Okay, so it's been a while since I've made a video on this bike, but finally getting some progress rolling on her. Got some plastics, all new off of eBay from VMX. Got all the plastics, so I'll be swapping these ones out. There's nothing wrong with these ones. Just colors don't match. Like this is more orange than red, and it's faded. I could definitely sand this down and get it to look like new again, but it's just so much work. It'd probably take me 4 hours to make this look like new again, but it's doable. Anyhow, besides that, got a new swing arm because this one is bent. I don't know if I can get a good look down the back. Too many things in the way, but looking down the back of this bike, it's shifted over one way. So I got a new one, used one off eBay. Here's the old airbox. I got a new one coming, a new old stock airbox I found on eBay. SoCal Maico was on it. Obviously you can see this one, it's all cracked and past its prime. You could definitely make it work. It'd work just fine. But it's one of those things, going this far into the bike, might as well have everything be nice and new if it's out there. So it's pretty cool, these holes that were drilled in this way back in the day. I think I said the story of this bike is Mickey Diamond's old race bike back in the day. And the original frame that was on this bike has gussets down here. It's gusseted everywhere. And it has the old AMA band back in the day they'd put around the frames, which is pretty cool. But that frame is bent. That's also why that swing arm is bent too. I guess my dad, back in the day, cartwheeled the heck out of this bike and made it not so straight. So anyhow, we got some new tires as well. Got a MX-14 scoop for the rear. I think it'd be pretty cool, pretty aggressive, especially for tracks around where I'm at. First thing in the morning, and that's when I like to go. It's usually pretty loamy or have a little bit of mud. So that'll be my first time trying the MX-14. We'll see how it goes. New front tire. And then I can't remember on the last video if I mentioned I sent the suspension out to Nolene and it all got redone. So gonna be rolling on fresh suspension. I got the suspension on the 490 over there done. At the same time I had this suspension done, so it should theoretically be the same. The shocks are different lengths on the shaft, but they did a really good job on the 490, so I'm pretty excited to see how this turns out. But get to mounting up these new plastics. I got to drill new holes in them. They got the spots, obviously, to put your hardware in, but you got to drill it yourself, I guess. And yeah, so we'll get to that. So one thing I do want to mention that I've noticed right off the bat, with this VMS tank, looks like they put some inserts in here, which is pretty cool because this original OEM one has, it looks like the KTM style screws, I'm guessing. that they use on their tanks. I imagine it will fit perfectly fine into one of these OEM ones. I'm not too sure, but it's a pretty cool thing seeing that right off the bat. It's got these inserts. Okay, so here's the bike. Got the plastics on. Got new front tire on. Got a big parts list made for it. And got that MX-14 rear scoop on. Looks super cool on this bike. The swing arm, I couldn't remember what was wrong with it, but I was able to get this bike wheeled out into the driveway, and this side of the swing arm is up higher than the right side, so the tire sits wonky, or the wheel. So that's the problem with that. The replacement swing arm, I was able to get the bearings out with the press. Came out super easy, which is nice. It's just an O-ring right here, typical needle bearing on the inside, and then a sleeve that goes in, collar, whatever, that the bolt will go through. So got that swing arm ready for powder coat. I need to get wheel bearings. The wheel bearings in both the front and rear are smoked, so I'll get new bearings there. All the linkage bearings in the suspension are shot as well. When I sent the shock out to Nolene, they did the top bearings, so that one's good. I'll end up getting new head stem bearings because we're going to be powder coating this frame. And then I got to figure out what these little tabs or whatever, if I could get those, and what the best way to remove these are without messing the nameplate tag up, because I want this to go back on here. But besides that, the bike is coming together really well. Obviously the new seat, this is a complete seat that I put together. I was able to find on eBay a little while ago the base, and then I found the seat foam, and then I found this cover. I can't find the base anymore because I wanted to get another one for the 490, so I could have more of a gripper seat and keep that one nice and original. But check here in a little while, see if it'll come back up. But yeah, happy with how the progress is turning out on the bike. The plastics were kind of a bear to put on, if I'm being honest. They are very, very close to OEM, which is what was on this bike, but not exact. They don't have the same contour, and where the holes line up aren't exact, but it might just be this frame. So with that being said, the front went on awesome, easy, and the rear fender went on easy. I just had problems with these side plates, but I'm super excited with this bike. Eventually I'll end up getting like new front wheel, or not new, but the front hub Cerakoted, and get all new, just a rebuild, but get that all done up. One other thing I have on this bike is this brake tip. It's just bolted on there. Got this from a guy on eBay, so should be a lot better than just a flat piece of metal. Gonna be getting the oversized foot pegs from SoCal Maico as well. My plan for this bike is to get all the chassis components done and make it to where it's a good roller. I'll end up powder coating this bar. I'll try to get it straight again. It's got a pretty good contour. Powder coat the brake as well. I got to figure out why this has so much play in it. But that's where we're at on the bike. I'm gonna try to get a hold of Dynamic Designs to see if they can make me some graphics for this thing. That'd be awesome. It's pretty simple. Just backgrounds, tank, and the side right here. It'd be kind of cool to put a couple sponsors on the rear fender, kind of just like a rectangle. Besides that, stay tuned for the next episode. I got 2 silencers ordered for this bike coming from Europe or somewhere over there. It's the only 250 silencers I could find that were new. I have old used ones, but I didn't want to rebuild them. I'll end up sending the pipe out to get sandblasted, and I'll try to get all the dings out. I actually got to find that. I have it somewhere laying around, but like I said, got a good parts list going, and just try checking everything off of it. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. If you guys want to see other bikes as well, let me know. Obviously this the 490 is a pretty popular bike that everybody like watching me ride, so hopefully have some GoPro footage this year on this bike. And I actually do have new plastics for it, so this will be getting new plastics. I do have a set of new graphics. That isn't the correct graphic on the side. The side number plate is, but not on the tank. But I do have a graphics kit for this bike, and eventually it will end up going down to the frame, just like this one, and getting powder coated and restored. But I want to ride this one first before I go completely all out with the wheels, and this fork tube needs to be red. But all right, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.